Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time being here, my name is Jess, and this is my space for sharing all things me. Today we're going to go ahead and do a Mind of Jess video, and this one has to do with the lie of lack and the illusion of scarcity. Not sure how long it's going to be, so let's get into it. So when we become to be more aware of reality that we live in as a collective society, you will inevitably begin to realize the things that should just be inherent to us, and not because of who we are, where we live, our family status, anything like that. Things that should be inherent to us just because we are human. And these are things that are the same for every other living creature on this planet. So these are going to be things like fresh, clean water, nutritious food, and a safe place to call home. Okay, these are all things that Mother Nature provides, and we should not have to pay for any of them. And I mean, absolutely nobody should have to pay for any of these things, these basic needs for survival. The sad truth is that in our society, we have been fed this lie of scarcity, of lack, and it is above all else a lie, created by those that we have given our power to, and not just given power to, we have given our power to. When we collectively realize that the Great Mother Earth does not lack in anything to be able to take care of her children, and we are able to shift the mindset from one of lack and scarcity to the knowing of infinite abundance that we actually have, at this point we will finally be able to absolve this lie. But it's not a short path. There are a lot of things that come into play with making this change, especially on a collective level, because so many people, just because of their circumstances and how they've had to grow up and where they've grown up, they have always been given the stuff, the information, the reality to believe that there is lack in this world because of poverty, because of lack of clean water, because lack of housing, because there are kids and entire families that are starving. And what really is the big pointer on this is that we have these in our society because of the power that we have given away to those that run society, and they actually thrive because of perpetuating this lie, because of perpetuating this mindset of scarcity. And though there are many different aspects to what needs to change in order for this whole thing to shift, there are some things that we absolutely have to do as individuals before this lie can be absolved. These are going to be things like, as individuals, again, we need to start changing our habits of overconsumption, our habits of wastefulness, our habits of ownership and greed. These are all things that play into this mindset, and they are all created from the fear of lack. When we actually realize that our planet provides absolutely everything that is necessary for all 8 billion people to be able to survive, and that we should not have to pay for any of these necessities, that is when the entire game changes. Something else that has to happen in order for this to become the new reality on Earth is that people have to actually start taking care of our planet again. We have to stop mismanaging and allowing those in power to mismanage all of our resources, because that's exactly what they do. They go ahead and they snatch up the environmental aspects and they create scarcity with it. They go ahead and they control the food system and they create scarcity with it. They go ahead and they control the housing and they create scarcity with it. And the fact is that in reality, there is no lack with any of this. If we stop playing the game of ownership and we actually unify as a human society, we can go ahead and we can start sharing all of our resources and we can start taking on the individual responsibilities to take care of our communities. And this will be the biggest change in human history, probably since the time of Atlantis, to be completely honest. We have gone through such an insane societal shift from pre-Diluvian times to the era that we are living in now. And consciousness is changing and awareness is increasing. We are beginning to really move past all of the things that have been created and formulated to tell us that the society we live in now is normal. And we're realizing that it's pretty much all a lie. All of the systems that are created are based off of lies. All of the beliefs that we are given today are based off of lies. And truth, real universal truth, is beginning to come back into our consciousness, into our awareness. And it is allowing us to create this massive shift that is going on right now. And within this shift, we will be able to change this. It's just going to take a lot of effort. And like I said, it has to start with us individually. It has to. There's no other question about it, because once we begin to change internally, that energy is projected outward and we can begin to influence those around us, and we can start changing people's minds and their ideas and their concepts of how things should actually work. And when we can begin to step away from ownership of everything and we can start being stewards of the earth again, that's going to be the moment when everything changes. And it's not just going to be, oh, well, my life's changed, my neighbor's life has changed, some people in my community. It is going to be everybody, everywhere. And it's going to be absolutely freaking phenomenal, guys. It is going to be the shift of the era. Not the century, not 10,000 years, an entire era of history. Do you understand how astronomical that is? But again, we have to start individually. We have to start getting rid of these habits that we have of over-consuming, of wasting. This throwaway society that we have nowadays, ironically, is hot garbage. We need to get rid of it. We need to stop having all of these single-use, absolutely everything. We need to get away from the idea that, oh, well, I bought something. Oh, well, it broke. I'll just go ahead and buy another one. We need to get back to the older times where if something didn't work anymore, we go ahead and we fix it. We repair it. We take it to someone who knows how to do these things. And that way we're not just producing and producing and producing and producing not only garbage, but we begin producing things that are of high quality. We begin producing things that are going to last through our lifetime, into our kids' lifetime. And they can go ahead and they can learn how to care for these things and repair these things to keep the life cycles of our necessary items going. And technology is going to be a big part of this. I absolutely 100% believe that. I believe that technology is going to play a major role in us being able to make this shift. And technology is something else that also needs to stop being mismanaged. We need to come into the realization that it is here to help us and not hurt us. And it can be the stepping stone that allows us to step away from stuff like the 9 to 5s and get back to truly being creative human beings and get back to being the stewards of the land and get back to being the craftsmen that we used to be. This is something that is going to be happening over the next, I don't know, maybe just a couple decades. It might very well take significantly longer than that. I'm hoping to see it in my lifetime. Do I know that it will? Absolutely not. But if I can, like, hell yeah, let's do this. I hope you guys really resonate with this message, with this information. If you do, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe so you don't miss any of my Mind of Jess information, and go ahead and share this with the people that you know and love and you want to be able to spread this information to. All right? You guys take care. I love you so very much. I'll see you on the next one.